The most well-known GMA anchors to leave the program are Amy Robach and TJ Holmes, as well as a well-known late-night personality. Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan currently run the ABC News morning TV show. Since its debut in November 1975, Good Morning America has been hosted by a number of prominent journalists during the course of its nearly 5-decade existence. NFL legend Michael Strahan joined in 2016, while long-standing anchors Robin Roberts and George Stephanopoulos currently herald the major 7am/9am slot. But over the years, a number of well-known figures have passed through the sacred corridors of the ABC News studios, having spearheaded long-lasting collaborations on the program. Charlie Gibson, an 81-year-old broadcast journalist, began working for ABC News in 1975 and remained there until his retirement in 2009. Gibson is one of the most well-known figures in the broadcast news industry. He began as a field journalist before being given the opportunity to anchor GMA. He held that role alongside Diane Sawyer from 1999 to 26 and again from 1987 to 1998. However, it was during his first tenure that the program rose to the top of American TV's morning schedule, and he did so by using London Joan. The 73-year-old Joan London started her career in 1975 with ABC News as well. She was elevated to host of GMA in 1980 and stayed there until 1997, interviewing multiple presidents and covering 5 Olympics and 2 royal weddings. Recently, Joan and Charlie unexpectedly got back together when they spent the weekend at the theater in Falmouth, Massachusetts, performing the play Love Letters for a charitable organization. 2014 saw Joan make her TV comeback as a special correspondent for Today on NBC, a rival network. Diane Sawyer. In his second term as an anchor, Charlie co-hosted with the 78-year-old Diane Sawyer. Diane started her career with CBS News before going to ABC in 1989. Having previously worked for the Nixon administration for a few years, Diane, one of the most well-known women in broadcast journalism, co-anchored GMA from 1999 to 2009 and, at various stages, hosted World News Tonight, 2020, in prime time. She also played a significant role in ushering in a new era for the network. Following his departure from World News Tonight in 2014, she has stayed on staff at the network, contributing to specials and leading important interviews. Colbert, Stephen. It may surprise you to hear that the 60-year-old star of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert was a GMA correspondent back in the late 1990s, at least in a technical sense. As he continued to hone his comedic skills and freelance for shows like Saturday Night Live, he recorded multiple comic correspondent pieces for GMA. But only 2 of them were ever made, and only 1 of them was broadcast. But Stephen soon found success with Strangers with Candy and The Daily Show, before moving to ABC in 2012. Amy Robach, now 51, established herself as a premier journalist at NBC News for almost 10 years, acting as a contributor and host stand-in. She began co-hosting Pandemic, What You Need to Know in March 2020. The show later changed its name to GMA3, What You Need to Know. She also started co-hosting 2020s with David Muir in 2018. But after more than 10 years of employment, she was formally fired from the network in January 2023 after it was discovered that she had started dating one of her co-hosts before joining ABC as a freelance anchor in 2014. TJ Holmes, 46, had a long career with CNN, BET Networks, and MSNBC. Later that year, he was named the permanent host of World News Now. He and Amy co-anchored GMA3 in September 2020. The couple's contentious breakup occurred in December 2022, following the revelation of their relationship. They've stayed together since then, and are currently the host of the iHeart Network program Amy and TJ. Physician Jennifer Ashton. Dr. Jennifer Ashton, a 55-year-old anchor for GMA, was the most recent to leave the network on June 27, 2024. After joining ABC News in 2012, she advanced to the position of senior medical contributor. The well-known doctor was designated the network's chief medical correspondent and chief health and medical editor in 2020 after being promoted to co-host of GMA3. He regularly appeared on the main GMA program as well as other ABC News programming. She went to concentrate on running her own business, Agenda.